event going on.
Bro,
Spectacular.
I haven't. The last time, it was last year when we went to the Yankee game. We always take the train. Yeah.
But yeah, it was just crazy. So, like, of
let's
course.
take this shot before you finish that story. One more clink.
Salute.
There you go. Yes.
I'm gonna end up in the fucking train now. Woo! This shit is strong. But yeah, there's always some crazy guy even talking about God or whatever. And of course, as we all know, there's always the dancers. They be dancing and then they be kicking people. And especially somebody's trying to read a book.
And the drummers.
They do a flip.
There's always the fucking drummers in there.
The drummers. Now they got Mexican bands too.
Oh, but I used to love, what was the name
Mexican bands?
There was like the band with the flutes and all that. They were always on 42nd Street before you walk to the 7th train. That they always had.
Yeah. The fucking Carlos Vives.
Yo, that crew was the shit.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
That crew
and
was
used to have the man with the fake doll.
And
He
they
be dancing.
That whole
Pachenga. He's mad small. He be dancing. He be flipping the girl.
That whole crew have, what they call it,
the
ponchos.
Coffee shirts.
They have all ponchos.
Yeah.
It would be like 80 degrees in the train station.
Yo.
And they all have
ponchos. They were straight from Peru.
And you hear them.
Yeah, for real. They're trying to make it rain outside.
But the train guys always, even they sell in the batteries, the Duracells for $1. I don't know if they still do that. Gum.
That way, there's always kids trying to sell you fucking M&Ms. Yeah, for the high school shit.
I remember those.
But then there's always the bum.
Yes.
Albert loves.
Yes.
Don't know why.
The bums are the best, man.
Why is that?
Especially the smelly bums.
Why?
Yo, because, okay, We're
finding a lot about Al today.
I'm going from 145th, where half of my childhood was up there because I grew up in 160. But taking the A train from 145th all the way to 14th Street, right? Mm-hmm. I already know what wagon I want to be in. I either want to be in the first or second because that's the closest to the staircase I need to exit on 14th Street.
Yeah.
If I went all the way in the back, then I have to walk back. So I'm like always stay in the first two. So when you see the train pull up, you could tell the train's packed.
Yeah.
Especially in the morning because everybody's trying to go to work, school, rush hour. But when you see one wagon, when the door's about to open, in the middle, like everybody's like squeezed on both ends of the train, and then the middle is empty, and you see the one guy sitting there.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun times because that bump, it's smelling like hot caca.
Yeah, the funniest is when people come in
and their faces.
Bro. Their faces, you gotta see their faces.
Because the door opens, is holding that smell in.
And then if they try to go to the next car and the door closes and they're stuck and they be mad.
One time, because I used to put cologne on my scarf and I used to block my nose.
Yeah.
So one time there was a lady. Yeah. She was eating a bagel. Uh-huh. She had a coffee, and I was like, "Oh boy, she don't know what she's getting into." I saw her take a bite of that bagel, and the door opened. She threw up in front of the door.
Oh, shit.
Everybody was laughing but the thing is, we know it smells bad.
Yeah.
Why do we still take that train because we need to go.
It's like a fart.
We need to get downtown.
You don't want to smell it, but you want to smell it.
But you don't want to be late, so that's the only train.
Yeah.
And these bums, they look at you like, what?
Especially when it's going express. So if you're taking that A or that D train from
125th to 59,
forget it. You're there for 15 minutes. God forbid they're working on the train.
And sometimes
and that shit stops.
It smells so bad that it gets stuck in your clothes.
God damn.
Oh my God, those days were so good. And then coming back home at 3 o'clock when it's sweaty and it's like sticky.
Oh man.
And that another bum's there. One time this bum, he didn't care. He's like, yo, I gotta take a shit. He said it loud. So he opened the doors to cross to the other wagon. Mm-hmm. But he left one open because he was holding on. And he was just taking a dump while the train was going. I was like, how this motherfucker's gonna clean himself? He's like, my brother, Are you going to finish that newspaper?
I knew it.
I was like, no, he didn't. He's like, yo, I'm reading it. So he didn't even clean himself. He just put his pants back up and sat in the middle of that wagon. I was like, man, bummy trains. At least one bum every 2 months I used to get in the A train.
Yeah, no, I used to remember that. The worst is summertime. Summertime, if you're fucking sweating, and then you mix with that smell, woo, forget it.
Those bums were the fucking shitty stories, bro.
We're getting into that time now. It's time for Chuleta Smack of the Week.
That is good.
You want to go
that
first?
Quick? It's going that quick. It don't matter. I go first or you go first?
I'll start it off. Yeah, so Chuleta Smack of the Week this week goes to DJ Envy.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. So I was listening to the Breakfast Club that they had. Was it Jesus?
The G's, whatever, Mero.
The Jesus and Mero, which is the Bodega Boys, and they have a podcast.
They're on the
Bodega
Viceland
Boys
channel.
Viceland. But they're very, like, my coworkers listen to them, very famous. So I was listening to them. I was at work, and then DJ Envy approached one of them, and it just got weird. The whole interview, he was pissed off because some shit, their podcast is about making fun of people, like cracking jokes. So he should have never took it so serious. So he took it to the heart. He got all mad at them because they said something, but not necessarily about his wife, but about him cheating. So he got mad. He walked off. And he's like, yo, dude, you got a show. Like, why are you going to walk off the show? They're your guests. And they actually apologize.
But they're good. They're good friends, too.
Yeah, they actually apologize. And the shit he gets a Chuleta Smack is for, like, you saw them before the show. Yep. Why didn't you pull them to the side? Yep. Suppose you saw them the day before. You didn't say nothing. But then you're going to go on air and then act all tough and then look stupid. And then, like, it just came, and he looked like fake about it. Yeah. So that was just like, he gets the Chuleta Smack of the Week. I saw that and I just was cracking up. Then I was just listening to the comments, and then I heard, they made fun of him afterwards.
Oh yeah, they
made the interview so much better afterwards. Yeah.
Because all they said was DJ's Envy's wife is with him because of the money.
Yeah.
It's a joke. And then Envy like, oh, whatever, you could joke about me, but they'll never talk about my wife and my kids. They never said nothing about your kids.
Yeah, they never said nothing about kids.
And they said they have an opinion.
Yeah,
they're in a business that everybody has an opinion.
Yeah, they were joking around. They even apologized. So it was just
let's say TMZ would have said it, well, he would have got mad at TMZ. I understand sometimes they go too far,
but it was like they were saying it was his wife probably gave him you better check him.
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
And then
he did it on air.
And if they said I'm sorry and you accepted the apology, that's it. Yeah. Let it be. You just you're mad, and we understand we're mad. So my chuleta is gonna be like, I'm gonna see if I could fucking throw it so high I could go up like 10,000 feet. Cause I'm giving it to you, motherfucking United Airlines.
Woo!
You mother effers killed a poor French.
Next time you get on a plane, they're gonna cancel your flight.
A French bulldog puppy named Coquito. Coquito life matters. That's what I'm going for. Cause poor lady who English wasn't all that. She tried to explain to the flight attendant, I have a doggy here. And the person kept saying, no, we need to put it in the overhead.
And I think it's like the 6th time this has happened with them. It's not the first time. No.
This is like dog number 17 that's died
my bad.
United Airlines.
Yeah.
Then in that same week, they sent a German Shepherd from, it was supposed to be in Kansas or Wyoming. It landed in Japan.
Sorry. Where was it going to?
He was going to Kansas.
Oh.
But somehow the German Shepherd found his way to
that shit is fucking a sandwich by now.
He came back.
Yeah, that's someone's dinner right now.
He came back. I'm surprised they didn't roll him up in a sushi thing.
Forget it.
Oh my God. This poor dog is in the cage all the way in
He
Tokyo.
would be part of the meat in the Benihanas.
Oh my God. American volcano.
American volcano. They make
And
jokes.
they start flipping the meat to your mouth.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah, forget it, man.
So I don't understand. The doggy that she had,
Mm-hmm.
mind you, she's traveling with an 8 or 9-year-old plus a baby that she has to carry.
Mm-hmm.
So the dog was in a special carrier that's specifically for dogs. Either you put it underneath your legs under the seat, or I don't know if you could carry it in your lap. But they kept telling her, no, that bag or whatever, no, it needs to go on top. And they say you could hear the dog barking. So the flight attendant said, I didn't understand or whatever. You hear a dog barking, you think it's like a toy dog in your
overhead compartment.
Poor Coquito made it. I don't know how long was the flight. It was a 6-hour flight. Poor girl who's 9 years old. Now she's traumatized, like her dog. And then United Airlines like, oh, we take complete fault for it. We're sorry. This is what we could do for you. We could refund your flight. Really? Really?
These motherfuckers.
So, United Airlines, I'm not going to go on this podcast and say I'm never flying you again. But you got to be careful, man.
You just never bringing your pet.
I'm not going to bring my pet. I don't even have a dog. I can't even say. But that's who's going to get my chuleta smack of the week. It's so fucking insane that these dogs are dying.
Man, that's crazy. 17 times, man.
17 times. And then that poor dog in Japan. They said, oh, you know what? We're going to put that German Shepherd in first class and send it back to where it needs to go. So imagine you walking in this plane in Tokyo and you have a first class ticket and you sit next to this dog. What are you going to think?
I don't know how they do it, like with the dogs. I always thought they had like and they put the dogs in like a carrier, but like by the luggage or
down in the bottom.
Yeah,
They used to do that. It depends on the flight because if they're long, they can't do it because I guess it's so cold.
Mm-hmm.
That might hurt or the dog might suffer from something. Now that little dog, she did have the proper paperwork or whatever to carry it in to fly it. If she didn't have that baby, she could have left it in her lap. But she had a baby. Then we were saying why she didn't leave it with the little girl. But the little girl is not gonna. And I felt bad for her because she was on TV talking. She was translating for her mom because her mom's English wasn't all that. So I remember that reminded me of me when my mom used to tell me things to tell the ladies in school, or when we used to go to.
Sure, you lie.
Welfare.
Do like Kevin Hart. My mama said. Shut the fuck
So those
up.
welfare stories is for another fucking podcast because I got so many of those. When my mom used to tell me, tell them you don't got a father because they wanted the cupones.
Oh yeah.
So that's for next week. I'll talk about that.
For sure.
But yeah, man, is anything you want to tell the people out there listening to the podcast?
Nah,
or
man,
whatever?
this is nothing much, man. This fucking weekend's coming up. We're almost fucking heading into April. We still fucking got snow. We still gotta deal with this shit. So that's pretty much it, man. We'll catch you guys next week. As always, feel free to follow us, Chuleta Bros, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Facebook. We also got our website, chuletabros.com. So visit that.
If you want to support,
we're up in Stitcher. So if you're a Stitcher, we're in iHeartRadio. We're in iTunes. iTunes is a big one. And then Spreaker is where you can come get our, subscribe to us and be, get every new episode. But if you guys got iTunes, most of you guys got iPhones, you'll get rewind. You'll get the episode pretty much every week as we do them.
we're gonna upload it in a minute or two, so you'll get it tonight.
Yeah.
So that means if you're home tomorrow, because you're snowed in, you can listen to this episode or the other 10 that we have on our list already. Give it a listen.
What?
If you have friends that want to laugh, let them know about it. And let us know what to talk about, what you liked, what you didn't like.
Woo.
We're getting followers from like California all the way to Tokyo. Coquito was one of our followers, but United Airlines killed him.
God damn. Anyways,
Sorry.
people, we're out of here. Chuleta Brothers signing out.
Peace out.